This is really cool. We're just like maybe 2 minutes in from the Blériot ferry. So if you're going to the ferry, go a little bit early, park there, and take a little walk up this little, what is it? Not even a valley. It's like a crack in the rock.
Oh yeah, it's a tiny little
Yeah.
thin, short canyon.
Yeah, it's cool. But wear bug spray. Look out for snakes.
Snakes?
And flash floods.
I don't see no snakes.
I don't see any snakes. If we see any, we'll let you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you there were snakes out here.
Where? What did you see, Lisa?
I mean, they're so beautiful, but they just are like right in front of you, like so fast.
Okay, guys, when you saw our video last week, we had a really good tip given to us, and that is find where you want to spend the summer and then find a work camping gig.
Yes, we know that we always want to work camp fairly close to Calgary, Alberta for two reasons. Alberta is our home province and our kids all live in Calgary. So that's why we kind of look for this area.
Yeah, well, seriously. And, you know, Alberta is where we want to spend 6 months out of every year. So, you know, but there's a lot of Alberta.
Anyway, we are currently work camping in Drumheller, Alberta. And if you guys are in the area, come out and visit us. And today we wanted to share with you a little bit about our experience at this work camping job so far. This is our second work camping gig.
Yes.
We worked at Okotoks last year, which is a small town just south of Calgary, and Drumheller is a small town east of Calgary.
You know, it's a ways away, and it's nice.
It's beautiful out here.
This place has always intrigued me. I've come here quite a few times, but never spent a day or two or just had the time to linger.
Mm-hmm. We used to ride our motorcycle out here or just come and hang out for an afternoon. And okay, so Drumheller is world renowned for their Badlands, which is all about dinosaurs and excavations and archaeology and paleontology and all that cool stuff. They have an amazing museum here. It's called the Royal Tyrrell Museum. And we will be doing a tour of that and showing that to you guys later this summer, but we're going to save that for later.
And almost all of the Badlands are within the big river valley.
Yeah, the Red Deer River.
Yeah. So everywhere else is up on the plateau, and it's all farming.
Farming and cattle.
Farming,
ranching.
agriculture,
farming
and
ranching.
Petrochemical.
Oh, that's right. Lots of oil and gas up there. So
Yes.
yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Lots of diversity. All right, let's talk about our work camping experience.
Okay, so what did we do first? We got there. We did, first of all, grounds cleanup.
Yep, which is pretty much what you do at any campground anyway. In the spring, you kind of have to open everything up. So you have to flush out the water lines. I was busy doing housekeeping, so I was going through all the cabins and making sure everything was cleaned up. Alrighty, guys, cleaning the cabins. And I should have shown you earlier when they were really dirty because I did a ton of stuff. And there's stuff that you do in your spring cleaning that you don't really think about normally, like cleaning under there. Ew, it was covered in bugs. It's all good now. I fixed it. Yeah, just a ton of stuff. So it's an interesting job right now because, like I said, we're spring cleaning. So it's every single nook and cranny. But once we open up the campground to guests and people are going to be staying in these cabins and in the bathrooms, it will be a lot more just regular cleaning stuff. So lots of sanitizing this year, probably more than usual, which for me as a germaphobe, I'm like, well, good. People should be using the hand sanitizer and the sanitizer and the germ stuff all the time. So I hope that never goes away. I hope people will always be at that higher level of clean, just because that makes me feel more comfortable. Anyway, aren't these super cute? There's like these little little pieces of artwork in these cabins. They are so adorable. I should link actually I think I will. I'll link the artist in the description of this video so you can see what her stuff looks like. So she's a local artist here in Drumheller. Anyway, that's the vlog for today. I'm almost done my shift for today, and I have a new person working with me. A new housekeeper joined the team, and her name is Anna. Yes, it's my daughter. So Anna moved onto the site yesterday, and her and I are going to be sharing this job, which is great because it gives both of us the time off that we need to get other things done and for me to stay healthy and strong. And yeah, we're going to share the load. So thanks, Anna, for doing that. I appreciate your help, and I know she'll appreciate working here as well. So back to work. So here's the thing. When you are busy cleaning stuff, you can't just clean what you see. You have to clean and think to yourself, where is the dirt hiding? Because this fridge looked pretty clean when I looked in it, and I pulled this whole piece out, and I just want to show you what it looks like. Hidden dirt. Ew. So that took me a long time to do that, but they look gorgeous now.
Yeah, and for us, we were fixing any of the cracked valves that had cracked because of winter. And there was a few of those that we replaced. Then we went through the cabin, replaced anything that was out of sorts to get them ready for customers. I replaced 2 toilets, which I showed you last week.
Yeah.
Then we did lawn maintenance.
So as we were doing our spring cleaning, the entire COVID rules started changing. So we went from not being able to open to being able to open a little bit, which was every other site. What were some of the other restrictions? No pool, no activities, no public bathrooms, no tenters.
Now there's activities. We're taking people with the canoes up to the ferry, dropping them off so they can come down the river. Horseshoe pits now.
And the pool opens this weekend.
Yes, it does.
Woohoo! Still with restrictions. It is like there's time restrictions and how many people are allowed in the pool, all that kind of stuff, but at least it's open. So that is exciting. And it's been fun watching families come into the campground and just relax, because life has been so stressful lately. And there have been so many rules and so much stress that is just nice for people to come and have fun.
And light up a campfire. And all of a sudden, everything seems normal again.
Yeah, now.
So the best part of Saturday morning in a campground is the smell of maple syrup, bacon, sausage, and people having fun.
Now, unfortunately, because people expect it to be normal, it really isn't quite normal. Our store isn't open. No kids are allowed to come in and play.
Our store is open.
No kids.
No kids.
Maximum of 4 people.
Maximum 4 people, but it is open. But again, restrictions.
Actually, I think see, this is the problem. The rules keep changing. So like every week it's a new rule. I think right now kids are allowed in the store with an adult and a certain number of people.
Because you're all of a sudden
changes so fast.
Well, this is the thing. As a manager, you say this is the new policy, and then you realize the reasons why when your policy doesn't work, and you're like, okay, what we have to do is, and on the fly, you're changing the policy.
Yeah.
And so that's difficult because staff has to take care of what you've already laid out, and then it changes a little bit because of the situation. It's hard.
So if you are a camper, and especially if you're a weekend warrior or you're just trying to look for your 1 or 2 weeks of summer holidays this year, just be aware it is going to be different. It's not going to be like it always has been. And I mean, this campground has been here for probably 50 years or more.
Yes. And
so people have been coming here year after year. They have made family memories and they have all these expectations of what's going to happen, and it's different. It has to be different because of the whole COVID situation. So
let's just tell them about us working.
So hang on, I just want to say, so have patience and be kind to your campground manager, to your housekeeping staff, to your groundskeepers, security, all those things. Try and obey the rules. And I know Kent and I are like anti-rule people, but they're there for a reason.
Well, first week out, everybody was like, I am just so glad to be out. And then second week out hey, why isn't it normal? and why is there no visitors in the park? Like,
That's a
we just
hard
asked people to
rule.
come and visit us, and then now you're telling us that they can't. So like,
That's a really hard rule because I mean that's part of what you do. You set up your camp and then you invite all your friends from the area to come and hang out.
so what
Not
Lisa and
allowed.
I did, it was allowed for us, because what we did is said, oh, you want to come and see us? Book a reservation.
Yes. So we've had 2 different couples that have done that. They
Yes.
booked a reservation in the campground, and then that way we can hang out for a little while. Social distancing, of course,
Yes.
but
Ooh,
you
yes.
know,
All that good
still
stuff.
able to sit around a campfire and visit or go for a walk or whatever. So
Work camping. Because I'm outside doing lawn maintenance and so many other things, and then things that get repaired. Yeah, it gives you that color.
his farmer tan.
There you go. No, it's the work camping tan.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. And we are so happy to be work camping because we are putting money in the bank so that we can travel in the fall and head down to the States and visit all our friends at Quartzsite
right.
and in Texas. So Kent, are you enjoying your job?
The job's fine. Because it's physical and because it is running equipment, hours and hours and hours in one day of doing that, I need to figure out how to break it up a little bit more, because I'm getting very fatigued in certain spots, like tendons in the hands from running equipment, and also holding on to trimmers for hours and hours and hours. I can't. It just, my back is like, what are you doing? You've got to let go and stretch and take some more water and have at least a couple minutes of break. So it's getting a bit hard, but I think I'm getting stronger through it too, so it's fine.
I know it's a funny thing, your body actually does get stronger.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And you figure it out.
Yeah, I actually am enjoying my job. I have this really sick sense of like making something dirty into making it super clean. It's super satisfying for me.
Yeah.
So I love that. And
But she does have her limitations.
my situation, I think I talked about this in a previous video, is that I have some chronic pain issues where I can't actually work physically for 40 hours a week. It's just too much for my body. I can't handle it. So our manager is so gracious and kind, and she brought in another staff member, another housekeeper. Her name is Anna, and she is our daughter. So this is awesome. We are living on site with my mom and dad and our daughter Anna, and Anna's dog is actually living with us in our motorhome because she's not allowed into staff housing.
Isn't that cool how life just works out
It's
sometimes
just
for the better?
Amazing. And some of you also know that Anna is planning on going to Africa for the next 5 years. So to have her here this summer and be able to spend extra time with her and her dog and that kind of thing is just such a blessing. We're so thankful.
Yeah, without COVID, she would have already been gone.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
But we get that extra time of saying, hey, we love you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being around.
So that's really cool. And it also helps because I'm now only working a maximum of 20 hours a week, and sometimes even less, depending on how busy the campground is. So it's good. So
what do you expect for the rest of the season?
my expectations for this summer is to get into a good rhythm, because I think until now our schedules have been changing all the time because the rules have changed, and you know, this is open, now it's closed, and that's closed, and now it's open. And I think now we're kind of in a place where it's just going to be consistent and we can just know what to do every day.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it too, and then I'm looking forward to driving more people up to the ferry and drop them off with canoes, and you know, 3 hours later pick them all up and just.
So is that your favorite task? What's your favorite
no,
task?
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I like lawn mowing on the tractor. That's fun.
Because you can just put your headphones on.
She thinks my tractor is sexy.
I think go tractor sexy. My favorite task is laundry. I really enjoy doing laundry. They've got these big machines and it just goes fast.
I like
love
ice
it.
making.
Oh yeah, there you go.
The ice machine has to get a fuse in it to be back up and running, but I made, probably about 75 bags of ice, and I like that.
Yeah. The one thing about my job that's a little bit tricky is that it's a split shift. So I work in the morning, get the bathrooms clean, get the cabins cleaned out, ready for the next people coming in. And then I'm off for a few hours, and then I have to go back in the evening to sanitize the bathrooms. So that kind of is frustrating because I would like to be able to go out in the afternoon, evening, and not have to come back.
Right.
Put my uniform back on, all that stuff. But, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, we're just thankful to have jobs. What's going on? Someone's calling me Emily.
So guys, we might look a little tired. Been working a lot of hours these last weeks, but you guys probably do too.
Yeah,
so that's
everybody
fine.
works. Well, most people work.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say is we're parked in the perfect drone flying location.
loves it.
Oh my goodness, it is awesome. We have people that come up and say hi to us, and I say, have you ever flown a drone? They say no, and then within 3 minutes, you know, we're taking pictures of 10 feet away from the big cliffs of those hills. It's just awesome.
And those hills, when you see that drone footage, are super close to our house.
They're
basically right there.
They're right out our living room window.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It is so cool. And then picking up and looking and exploring all the rocks, wow. That's really awesome. Birds,
Yeah,
I'm not quite there yet.
There's a bird, the type of bird that hangs around our motorhome that sounds like an old modem. Like it has these digital, almost video game kind of sounds. So I was curious. We are loving nature. We are loving all this beauty. Oh, that is a lark sparrow.
There you
so
go.
if you want to hear that sound of that bird, just Google lark sparrow.
And there's a few different kinds of lark sparrows, or
there's lots of different kinds of larks. There's lots of different kinds of sparrows, and it's the ones that are in this area and all that stuff. So.
There you go, guys. Best discovery of the day. I think so.
So if you have an opinion, we'll show you the bone right here.
Yep.
And if you have an opinion about this bone, if you think it's a dinosaur bone or if it's a cow bone or whatever.
Or if you think any of the other rocks are neat.
Leave it in the description below. That'd be great. If you want to see that snake, head over to Patreon and tell us what kind of snake you think it is. And yeah, we always love hearing from you guys. Your feedback and your advice and your opinions are valuable.
So this is how our life is going. Friends are coming and saying hi to us. Yeah, life is getting better, and we're working.
Yes, and when things start to open up and we are away from all these COVID restrictions, we will be doing a meetup.
Yes, we will.
So hopefully by, let's say, mid-August.
2024?
Mid-August, end of August, we will try and put that together so that anybody who's living in
Season
this
19?
Alberta area, we can get together and have a party. It'll be fun.
Go ahead.
Hey, Kent.
Yeah.
Would you do this work camping job again?
Yes.
Would you do last year's work camping job again?
Never.
Why?
People.
Wow, it all boils down to people.
It all boils down to the interaction from what's coming down at you being either reasonable or extremely unreasonable.
Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, last year Kent and I were work camping, and
your mom and dad.
My mom and dad were also there. It started out as a really good situation. We were quite happy with it, and then it just went sideways really fast,
and it
really
got really bad, and we said, well, we'll just tough it out.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep.
No problem. We'll just tough it out.
Yeah, we thought we'll hang in there.
And it was so unreasonable that it was like there was somebody saying, no, I'm going to find the way to make it so unreasonable you can't breathe.
Crazy. So if you want to know more about that, you can check out our videos. They're a little bit embarrassing because we were so upset and so emotional that we really didn't fill in all the details of how things really went.
It's been watched a lot.
But so we look like snowflakes. We look like we're like you know, lazy, whatever. But we're actually not lazy. We are hard workers.
It was actually your mom that got
it was
fired.
They fired my mom. Like, well, she fired my mom. The manager fired my mom.
And we're like, that's it. We're so done
here. Who fires grandma? Anyway,
for no reason.
Anyway.
Oh, because she was standing up for what was right.
She was standing up for what was right.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, that we don't want to dwell on that negative situation, but in comparison to that, this is a dream and we love it. That other one last year, we had zero privacy. This camping situation, I mean, you can see we have all the privacy we could ever want right here. It's gorgeous. And yes, I would definitely come back to this camping situation, this work camping
And Lisa
situation.
has to deal with some of the yuck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to deal with lots of yuck in the public bathrooms.
It was so bad one day.
I called Kent. I'm
she
like,
called
you
me
gotta
and
help
said,
me. I can't
you
do this.
take care of this problem. I can't. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Put gloves on. Fine. Yeah, taken care of.
So he helped me, which is great. Anyway, not all work camping jobs are created equal. So if you have a negative situation or a negative job that you've had to do, you know, that doesn't mean you should never work camp again. It just means look for a better job.
What you need to do
situation.
is you need to take that bad situation, categorize it, and say that was a bad situation. And say the same situation in another location wouldn't be a bad situation.
And a lot of it has to do with the people, like Kent said. Kent's doing basically the same job. He's mowing lawns and he's working on, you know, equipment, that kind of stuff. I'm doing a totally different job. But it's not about the job per se. It's about the camaraderie and the respect that the people are giving you and that you offer to the people. So it's a good team this year.
It's a bigger campground too.
It's working well, much larger campground.
Yeah.
Great location. So we're very thankful. We're very happy to be here. Anyway, that's kind of our update for where our life is right now. Is there anything else you want to add?
No,
Think we're good?
we'll keep you posted.
Exactly. If there's anything you guys want to know specifically about our situation or about work camping or about living full time in an RV or our plans for the future, stay tuned. We're going to be doing a live stream at the end of this month, at the end of June. Until then, I'm Lisa.
And my name is Kent, and we're Living Light RV.
We are grabbing life by the tail. We hope you are too, and we'll see you guys next Thursday. He didn't like getting his picture taken though, did he?
No. So if you're on Patreon, you get to see the snake. If you're not on Patreon, you don't get to see the snake.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of people who are actually
terrified,
snakophobic, and,
yes,
and we really don't want to offend people. So,
no.
So seriously though, head over to our Patreon page and we'll show you the snake that we saw.
Yeah.
And you don't even have to be a Patreon. We'll just put it out there for the public. So hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll let everybody see it, but you have to go over there in order to see the snake.